Toronto finally has its first Simons department store. Since at least 2016, the Quebec-based retailer had been planning to open a store at the Yorkdale Shopping Centre. Originally, the store was meant to open in 2019, but this seems like a better time for it. Nordstrom's exit from Canada has left behind the perfect space for Simons to move into, without having to start from scratch or renovate an aging structure. The collapse of Hudson's Bay has removed a major competitor from the market. The Bay was taking in just over $1 billion a year across its 80 stores. I read that Simons had revenue of around $750 million last year, with just 17 stores. With them adding 2 new stores in Toronto, it seems like they could eventually be as big as the Bay was, at least in terms of sales. Simons' ability to generate so much revenue from such a small retail footprint is why they're one of the last department stores standing in Canada. This store is certainly a step above the experience of shopping at the Bay or Sears. Customer service is really good with a lot of staff on the floor. I guess that's obviously in part because of the huge opening day crowds, but other Simons stores I've been to were also well staffed. Simons commissioned Canadian artists to create works to be displayed throughout the store. The signature piece is Solarium, which is located above the main entrance. There were a lot of nice small touches, like matching the colors in this bedding to the painting above it. The store does remind me a bit of the Nordstrom it replaced, though there are a few differences. For one, it feels a lot more colorful. The mix of products is also different. Simons has some designer brands, but 70% of what it sells is more affordable store brands. I think in Nordstrom that split was basically reversed. Simons manages to feel more high-end than the Bay, while also feeling more affordable, which is a difficult thing to pull off. Based on the size of the crowd that showed up for opening day at 10 a.m. on a Thursday, there seems to be a lot of demand for what Simons has to offer. For the past few months since the Bay closed, Yorkdale has been reduced to just one department store for the first time in its long history. Now it's back to 2, just like it had when it opened in 1964. Hopefully Simons will be sticking around for a while.
So when the opportunity arose to open in Toronto, the decision was clear. Toronto felt right because it is right.